A record number of Black Americans are carving their own paths in our nation's economy. Matt Pearl shows us what's driving a new generation of Black business owners.
On this street, in this room, there is power.
I'm adding labels.
There is power in packaging. There is power in posting.
Updating my Instagram.
There is power in the clutter in the office of Michelle Youngblood.
Is it always supposed to be this cluttered?
No, not at all.
There is power because Michelle owns it all.
Affirmations kind of remind me, like, take a deep breath. It's okay to breathe.
Michelle runs a boutique clothing line called Brooklyn and Blake. It's named after her kids.
They are twins and they are 1 minute apart.
She started it last year, among the largest percentage of new Black entrepreneurs in decades.
What is the power for you in starting a business?
Being able to dream bigger.
Black Americans make up 13% of the population, but barely 2% of U.S. business owners. Last year, for the first time, the percentage of new Black business owners hit 13%. Finally, on pace. That is all about power and being empowered. There is power here. This street in downtown Atlanta separates two historically Black colleges, Spelman and Morehouse, two schools that have just received a huge burst of entrepreneurial energy.
We are just over a year of our initial investment.
Ebony Thomas is an executive at Bank of America. They just put $10 million toward a Center for Black Entrepreneurship at Spelman and Morehouse. They've committed $1 billion over 4 years for causes of equity.
This is a segment of the population that has been blocked out of businesses for centuries.
In 2020, the narrative was upended. The death of George Floyd set off nationwide protests and amplified the need for racial equity. Big businesses pledged money. Buy Black became an intention.
New Black businesses have always received less support, less funding, less than 1% of all of this, this capital that's been out there for years.
But 2020 brought another reckoning, a pandemic that impacted us all and put millions out of work, including Michelle.
I was working for a healthcare company, a meeting with the director and the head of HR. And I think everybody knows what that means when you have a meeting with HR. I almost cried. I think I did cry a little bit. And then I'm just like, you know what? Okay, God, I trust you. Vacuum cleaners are in here.
Michelle had sketched clothing designs for years. The pandemic gave light to a new line.
I feel like it takes you out of a box. It takes the limits off.
When I think about equity and when I think about, entrepreneurship, a lot of that is being able to, particularly within the Black community, be so aspirational and be the drivers of our future.
There is power here.
It's my first one here.
Michelle and Brooklyn and Blake walking into the boutique's new showroom.
I put a piece of tape.
Just 9 months since starting the business.
I saw myself here. To be able to be here is a totally different thing.
It's a room filled mostly with possibility. It's one of many new seeds toward a path of power.
Do you feel like you took control of your own personal story?
Yep, absolutely. I absolutely do. It's either you wallow in it or you get out of it.
In Atlanta, I'm Matt Pearl.
The Halloween economy comeback, next on The Race.